Wednesday, and it's time for...
Ryland and Craig's Magic Review Show.
What? Ryland's... Have you become that famous that it's now the Ryland and Craig? Magic TV is my thing, I want you to remember, kid. It is not the Ryland and Craig Magic Review Show. It's the Craig and Ryland Magic Review Show. We're very excited because we'd just come back from the session, didn't we?
Yes.
You had a great time. Who did you hang out with?
Aidan,
Jasper, Killian,
Casey,
and Ollie, and Arabella. And you met Magic Maisie for the first time.
And
Joseph. Magic Maisie was pretty cool, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Pretty good. But I think you spent most of the time with Aidan. And how much sessioning time did you do with the French twins?
Quite a lot.
Yeah, they were like teaching you some really awesome magic. We had a great time at the session. Congratulations to Josh, Andy, George, and the rest of the Vanishing Ink team for pulling an amazing convention out of the bag. It was fantastic. We loved it. Yep. And we're back with another review show right here on Magic TV. We have 4 tricks that we're going to be looking at, and there's some really good stuff on this week's review show. So without further ado, we're going to get straight into it with this week's first product. So the first trick that we're going to be looking at is Sirus Magic, and it is the Phoenix Torn and Reborn. Phoenix Torn and Reborn by Sirus Magic. Now, you reviewed a Sirus Magic trick last week. Do you remember? It was the one with the cardboard dice, and you opened them up, and when you did, it had the cards inside it.
Yeah.
We kind of liked it. We thought it was okay, yeah. Well, this is another trick from Sirus. He's brought a few out, so we'll be looking at a couple of them over the next couple of weeks. And this is the Phoenix Torn and Restored card. Now, as the name suggests, it is a Torn and Restored card with a very interesting method and a very, very interesting visual. I'm not going to give anything away. I'm going to do a full performance of it, show you the trick. You haven't even seen it, have you? No. You haven't seen it performed. You know how it works, but you haven't seen it performed. So I'm going to perform it. Ryland can't perform this. It is literally 18 plus in order to do this trick. So I'm going to perform it for you guys. And then
after seeing how it works.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's going to be like.
You don't know what it's going to be like, no.
It looks like, but
well,
I just know how it works.
I've practiced it a few times, so we'll see how things go. Let's have a look at a performance of it.
Have you?
Okay, Ryan, I'm going to show you something with a pack of cards. Would you like to see something dangerous?
Yeah.
Would you like to see something really dangerous?
Yeah.
Would you like me to put my career at stake?
No.
I'm going to. With a deck of cards. Just say stop.
Stop.
Yeah? Okay. Doesn't matter whether the card is. I'm allowed to look at it as well. We've got the 5 of clubs. Are you happy with the 5 of clubs, Ryland?
Yeah.
Very good. Take that card. What I want you to do is take it and fold it in half, nice and neatly, so it's exactly in half. Fold it in half and then crease the edges. Just make sure that you fold it lengthways and not horizontal. Okay, don't worry, we can do it horizontally as well. Fold it horizontally, crease the edges, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. And then fold it the other way so it's nice and creased. Very, very good. And then what I want you to do is do it again, but vertically. So you're going to, lengthways, you're going to fold it lengthways as well. I like your thoroughness, that's very good. So fold it in half again and crease the edges. Very good. Now, is this an illusion or is this actually being folded in half? So it's not like it's me doing it, right? It's you that's doing it with a card that you picked. Now what I want you to do is take the card, okay? You can stop now. Take the card and start to tear it, okay? If you could tear it, that'd be fantastic. But just make sure when you tear it...
Hang on, it's not done yet. I can't tear it.
Okay, no problem. Right, give it a really good tear, but make sure when you tear it horizontally. Do not tear it lengthways. If you... You've messed up again, dude. No, tear it into quarters. That'd be great. So fold. There you go. Tear it. Now take those 2. And so we're going to end up with 4 pieces of card. Is that right?
Yeah.
Now what you do is take that and shred it. We're trying to make confetti. So rip it up. Yeah, into a few pieces. That's it. Rip it again and again. That's it. So it's in. Fold it in half. Rip it in half as well. So I want lots of little pieces like that. That's really good. And do the same with another piece. That's great. And then do the same with another piece. And we're going to have some of the pieces up and we're going to have some of the pieces down. It's just really important that we mash this card up. My gosh. So many pieces here, Ryan. Look at that. Okay, hurry up. And there we go. We grab that one and that one and that one and that one and that one. Almost done. Are we done? Okay, cool. And we'll take this one. Actually, you can hold on to that as a receipt. You can hold on to that piece, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, okay, we're done now. Thank you. Now, you hold on to that piece. Is this card torn up?
Yeah.
Did you tear this card up?
Yeah, I did.
Now, have you ever heard of a phoenix? I'm not talking about Nemid Phoenix, I'm talking about
The bird.
Yes.
Yeah.
A mythical bird that could rise from the ashes, and it would burn and rise from the ashes. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
They're in Harry Potter. And obviously the other thing that was in Harry Potter is dragons, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is Dragon Tears. Dragon Tears. Ryland,
Yeah.
I'm going to put some Dragon Tears on the card. Under no circumstances should you try this at home. Okay? Do not try this at home. Okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. Do not try this at home. Do not try this at home. A phoenix rises from the ashes. So with that in mind, I should be able to make that card literally go back together, except for one piece. Take the piece and stick it there. And is that a perfect match?
Yeah.
And that is nothing short of a miracle. Okay, so that was painful. That was very painful. That moment where you hit the deck and then you go, ah, that's not acting, that's pain. I think the first thing that you need to understand here, this is an 18 plus trick.
And I know why now.
And you know why, right? Now, the tutorial, it has live performances on it, which is great. In a real world situation, he has live performances. And he goes through everything with a fine-tooth comb. The first 5 minutes, literally the first 5 minutes, is a legal disclaimer saying, please be careful. You are putting your hand onto a real flame. You are going to burn yourself if you don't do exactly what I say. If you do exactly what I say, then this is safe. However, if you deviate from what I'm saying, do not come moaning to me when you hurt yourself.
Yeah, if you do it slowly, like that, that's going to actually...
Here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you. This is a really nice visual, but I don't rate this trick. I'll be honest with you. And there's a few reasons why I don't rate it. The first reason is, despite what Sirus says, this is kind of a dangerous thing. I mean, what you're doing, those dragon tears, right? All you get in the package is you get a bottle. You get a little plastic bottle and you get instructions on to fill it with lighter fluid. So those dragon tears are actually lighter fluid. So what you're doing is you're taking lighter fluid, pouring it onto little pieces of card, and then you're bringing your hand down on top of the card. And that's basically what you're doing. And it hurts like hell. Now, the concept is the air will put it out and then it will be starved of oxygen and everything and so on and so forth. And the bottom line is it's hot and it hurts. And I don't think it's as good a visual as something like Torched and Restored by Brent Braun. Now, you might argue, well, you know, it looks better because it's got a big flame and you're putting your hand down and everything. However, it's very impractical, in my opinion.
Yeah, because if you push it down, you're getting rid of the oxygen, which is going to put it out quicker. So it's less likely you're going to get hurt. But you had ashes all over your hand.
I did. I had ashes all over my hand. It really hurt, and I did it correctly. I'd rehearsed it a couple of times. I did it correctly. But every time I've done it, it actually does hurt. Now, let me explain why I think it's impractical, because there's a few reasons for this. The first reason is, so what you get in the package, you don't get much at all. I mean, it must have cost like about 30 pence to put this whole thing together. You get the little bottle thing with dragon tears on it that you have to fill up yourself. And then you get 3 pre-made gimmicks. So you can do it 3 times, then you have to make more gimmicks up yourself. I say gimmicks, you can make 52 gimmicks. If you buy 2 packs of cards, you can make 52 gimmicks in about 52 minutes. The gimmicks are very, very easy to make. It's not really a gimmick as such. It's just something that you need to do to prep a couple of cards in order to be able to go into this routine. So you're not actually getting much in terms of the cost of the packaging. So you're buying the routine. That's what you're buying for this, because it's only a few pence in terms of the materials. You have to make most of the gimmicks up yourself. They just give you a couple to practice with. Now, here's the thing. The tutorial explains how to do everything, and that's fine and all well and good. But I just don't think it's a practical method. So first of all, in order to do this, you have to have a card that's prepped. I don't really want to say how it's prepped, but it's prepped. And the way that they explain how to do it on the tutorial is to say, so take this card, put it into the middle of the deck and hold a break, and then put this special card on top. And then you're going to start from that position. But the problem with that is, how do you get into that position? There's no talk on how to get into that position. And I don't see how you would get into that position, because in order to have a card in the middle of the deck that you've got a break over, you'd need it on top of the deck to maybe do a slip cut or something. But that would interfere with the card that's on top of the deck, and the card that's on top of the deck would... So I thought, well, maybe you could put the card in the middle and get a corner short on it, and then you could riffle up and get the break. But the problem with the gimmick on top of the deck is it's gimmicked in such a way that you couldn't put the cards in the card box. So there's like... It's almost like part of the tutorial's missed out. It's kind of like... it doesn't tell you how to get into the opening position. It just says, this is the opening position that you need to get into. Then once you've done that, and I don't understand why that was missed, because Sirus literally spends about 10 minutes teaching you how to tear up a piece of card, like, which is just silly, because you just tear it up. I mean, you're basically making confetti out of this card, but won't spend any time at all on how to get into that opening position. And then the method is really impractical, in my opinion, for a few different reasons. So the first reason is getting into that position. Like I said, I don't understand how you would get into that position. But then the actual restoration, I can think of a dozen ways of doing that better than slamming your hand down on a burning deck of cards. You know, I can just think of a million different ways of doing that that's better. Like, if you remember Tool by David Stone, without the fire, to be honest, with the fire, if you wanted to, you could do the same thing, but bring the box down and boom, and do a restoration, and then show the box as normal, and then do the card. You could have that. You don't need to have your hand going down on the deck. And I don't think the fire really adds much. Do you think the fire really adds anything? Or I mean, maybe it does from a visual point of view, but it's kind of a, you know, it is hot. No matter how you do this, you're putting your hand down on a flame. It is hot. It does hurt. And when I did the performance, I was like, that wasn't me acting. It really does hurt. And I don't think, you know, you should really put yourself into a situation where you're actually potentially causing yourself physical pain in order to do a trick, no matter how good the trick is. So the method, in my opinion, is a little bit uncommercial. The tutorial kind of feels a little bit unfulfilled. And the actual trick, I mean, there's not really anything new here other than adding the element of fire. The actual method, if you didn't have the fire, if you didn't have the 3 drops of lighter fluid from the Dragon Tears bottle, and you didn't have that flame, if that was presented as an actual effect, if that was presented as an actual restoration, people would be moaning about this, because it's like, well, that's just, you know, there's a million ways of doing that better that's not going to leave you completely dirty, because you are going to be left completely dirty. Now, the way you get around that is by doing a ditch while everyone's looking at the deck, because the fire's gone. So, you know, it is on and off beat, and I think you could get away with ditching it. That's if you haven't blistered your hand up, to be perfectly honest. But no, I mean, I just, you know, I do torn and restored card. You know, I do Brent Braun's.
If you keep on doing that at every close-up gig, and you just go around the tables and that, you're going to get a blister.
Yeah, well, I mean, the reset's a nightmare. Well, I don't know how to reset the trick, because I don't know how to actually set the trick up in the first place. Unless you're going to walk over to the table with a break in a deck ready to go, I don't see how you're going to actually do this trick. You can have some gimmicks prepped in your pocket, so if you want to do it again, you can do it again. But yeah, I just think there's better ways of doing this. I think the added element of fire doesn't really add that much, really, at the end of the day. And if you do like the idea of a card burning in order to do a restoration, look at Brent Braun's Torched and Restored. That's a much better method as well. From a methodology point of view, it's a much more commercial method. I think the only time you do this really is on social media. I think the visual of having your hand come down and stamping out the fire in a sort of a social media setting might be quite good. Not that you're going to do it on your social media. Not a chance. Are you putting your hand down on the flame? And I don't think it meant, I might be wrong, but I don't think it mentions in the ad copy 18 plus. I think that should be made very clear. I might be wrong. I can't remember the ad copy, but I don't remember seeing anything in there, but I might be wrong. But by the by, it's okay. I mean, it's not as good as the dice trick that you did. I thought the dice trick was a lot better. Yeah. I'm going to give this 30%. It's okay. I mean, you saw what you saw the trick. If you like it, get it. But I'm not too keen. What about you?
Yeah.
What are you giving it?
I'm gonna give it 55.
55%. So you like it better than me. So 55% from Rye.
What did you give it?
30%. 55% from Rye. 30% from me. It's okay, but I think there's better ways of doing it.
I want to change it to.
No, man. 55 is fine.
No, I want to change it.
What to?
35.
35. Yeah. Still better than me, but not as good. 35% from Ryland, 30% from me. It's okay. It's just there's better methods to do it. Okay, it's that time that Ryland's always waiting for. It is the Alakazam trick of the week. Peter Nardi and Alakazam magic. Peter Nardi. Ryland loves Peter Nardi. Ryland loves Alakazam magic. I've got a feeling I know what this one's going to get. Random 2 by Peter Nardi. Random is Peter Nardi's perfect triple prediction effect. Easy to perform, super clean in presentation. A perfect demonstration of precognition, coincidence, or influence. Your spectator freely makes a series of decisions, subconsciously, unconsciously. The choices of decisions are fair, and yet you, the performer, can prove you have correctly predicted each of their actions ahead of time. It's a very interesting concept. Random 1 came out about a decade ago. Random 2 has only just recently come out, and it's Peter's. He's totally changed the method. He's totally changed everything. I'm not going to say any more. I'm going to get Ryland to perform it. Is that okay with you, buddy?
Yeah.
Ryland's going to perform it, and then we'll talk about what we think.
Okay, so here I have a pack of cards, and in this pack of cards I have 3 special cards. Now, no, before you ask, you're not allowed to look at them, but they're special.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got 3 special cards.
All right.
Now I'm going to give you, before I do that, I'm going to show you all the faces are different.
Mm-hmm.
And all the backs are the same.
Yeah, I see that.
You don't want the backs that are different.
No.
Okay? Now, I'm going to give you about half these cards. Want to mix them?
Okay, I can do that.
And stop.
Okay.
And press. I'm going to put these cards in. So you know they're in different spots. I'm going to leave them sticking out.
Yeah, I can see that. 3 different spots.
3 different spots in the pack. Yeah?
Yeah.
Those 2 are near each other, but not right
Yeah,
next to
yeah,
each
yeah.
other. Okay? Just put them in. So you know they're actually in there.
Yeah.
No paper breaks or anything. Start shuffling again, in case you know. In case you think I know where they are.
Well, you saw where they went. Happy?
Are you sure you want that then?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now then, what I want you to do is, I want you to like deal piles, so you don't have to deal. In fact, you can cut and then move them around.
Okay. So I want 3 piles.
Yeah, so you can cut.
So I could deal or I could cut.
Yeah.
Take them from the bottom.
Yeah.
Take some from there and put them in there and put those over there and those over there.
You can take the whole packet and move it. Like if you want, you can even pick up the whole packet and join them together, and then you can take pockets out. Here, like that.
Done.
Square them up.
Okay, neatness counts. Yeah.
You've got 3 random cards in there.
Yeah.
Now you know I've got my cards.
Mm-hmm.
I need to pick some cards from my packet.
Okay. Can I have any one?
Yeah.
King of Diamonds.
King of Diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where do you want the King of Diamonds to go?
There.
There.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you... Another one?
One there.
You want this one? Which one? Where?
There.
There. Sure you want there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you got one last one.
That one.
Ace Diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
Your favourite card.
It is.
There.
Yeah.
Put the rest of these cards down over there. Okay, so I'm gonna pull these back, put them there. That may look like I'm taking doubles, but these are not doubles.
No, they're not. No. I was just thinking you had a sneaky double lift there, but you didn't.
You can check them.
Okay, that's
Make
cool.
sure.
No, they're fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I did when you taught me. I'm like, Yeah, no doubles. Okay, so you know I had 3 special cards.
Yes.
I had this one here, which is the King of Diamonds. I have this one here, which is the 7 of Clubs. And I also have this one here, which is the Ace of Diamonds.
What?
And that all looks examinable.
That's mad. Very, very cool. Very awesome, right? Okay, so that was a really good performance, my friend. Did a really good job.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a few questions on this. So first of all, is it easy?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, there's not really any sleight of hand to it, is there? There's not really any sleight of hand. I also like the fact that it feels really fair.
Yeah.
Like when you're making the 3 piles, they can literally do whatever they want to.
Yeah.
When they pick the cards, they
When we
can
were in the households, I literally took about no joke. You were like, come on, and I was literally like cutting the piles and going.
Yeah,
and
you
then
were.
picking the whole pile up and put it. I was like picking the whole pile up and putting it on another pile, taking half this pile and putting it there, taking the bottom quarter of that pile and putting it in the middle.
He was, yeah. So it feels really fair. And also when you're getting the cards picked from the other pile, they can have any card they want to.
Yeah.
So it feels really fair, right? Now, the whole deck isn't examinable at the end, but the cards that they've dealt onto the table, all of the cards on the table are examinable.
Yeah.
So the other half of the deck that they've made the decisions from, you can put those in the box and put the box out the way, so you can focus on that final picture of the revelation, and then all of those cards are completely examinable, including the prediction cards.
Yeah.
I also like the way that you've got those 3 cards and you don't say what they are, and you put it into the deck and you get them to shuffle the cards into the deck. And then at the end, there's multiple moments to it. They found the prediction cards. The prediction cards have predicted which cards they would pick, which packets they would put them on. It's really cool. I've actually explored this plot as well about 10 years ago with a kind of a lottery prediction type thing that I was really, really happy about, which is a 2-deck thing.
Yeah.
This is kind of very... It's very different, but it's similar in methodology in certain ways. But it's really strong. It's a really strong effect. It's 1 deck. You put it away. It's instantly reset as well, isn't it? So you immediately...
it's instantly reset because you just need to take the cards on. You just need to take the blank card in the thing and put them
on the bottom of the deck, and it's reset.
Put them back in the pile that you put away. Put that pile on the bottom and you reset.
Yeah, exactly. So there's no...
Easy.
It's very, very easy to do.
Yeah.
And there's no angles, really. There's no sleight of hand. It's very engaging plot. I love the idea of, hey, you make decisions. Some of them are conscious, some of them are subconscious. We're going to see what... it's a really interesting hook to it. And it's typical Peter Nardi thinking because it's very, very clever. And one thing that Peter does is he focuses on presentation, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
A lot of the time when you see a Peter Nardi trick, it's not sleight of hand heavy. It's not difficult to do. And knowing Pete like I do, he is capable of doing all the tricky sleight of hand and all of the skillful stuff. But he chooses to focus on effects that are easy to do, that require no skill, so that you can focus on presentation. And that's what we have here.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I really, really like it. I really do. I'm going to give this 95%. I think this is really strong. It's a deck that would be more than happy to carry around with me. And I would have it in my close-up case and I'd do it at any time.
We got the red one.
You got the red one, yeah. I think there's a blue one we've got as well. I think we've got red and blue.
Yeah.
So what are you going to give it? I'm giving it 95%. I think I can guess.
120.
What a surprise.
I'm going to give this trick of the week.
Trick of the week. Trick of the week for Ryland. I think I kind of agree with you as well. No, I don't. There's a trick that I think is better than this. The one that's coming up next by Magic Dream. I actually prefer that one. Although I do like this. Don't get me wrong. I do like this very, very much. but I prefer the trick that's coming up next. But I'm going to give this 95%. It's Ryland's trick of the week. It's 120%. If you're looking for something that's fun, that's engaging, that allows you to focus on presentation with a very clever method and a very clear plot, then Random 2 could be the trick that you're looking for.
Yep.
Now let's move on to my trick of the week. Okay, so next up we have Room 66, the ultimate peak device, by Dylan Sauset,
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Alex Vergnort, and Johan Tanuji. And what this is, I picked this up at the session, didn't I?
Yes.
And everybody that I met at the session, I was dragging them over to the Magic Dream stand, and I was saying, you got to check this out. This is awesome. You got to check this out. This is awesome. I dragged you over there, didn't I? I was like, check this out, right? This is awesome. I love this. I absolutely love this. I'm telling you right now, it's getting 100% from me. I think this is brilliant. And I'll tell you why I love it so much. It is a way of doing a peak as part of your everyday carry. You don't need a wallet. You don't need anything like that. You just
You
need...
can just put it on your keys.
You just need a this. This is all you need. You just need this. And you have that on your keychain. And you're good to go anytime, anywhere. And it's a way of doing a really cool, really interesting peak that you can go in a couple of different directions. Now, I'm going to do a performance of this to you, if that's okay. So everyone can see exactly what it is that you
I've
get.
already learned this.
I know you have. I know you have. So we're going to do a peek. We're going to do a performance of this. When we've done the performance, I'll talk to you about why I like it so much.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I've got this on my key fob. This is a little key ring thing, right? Do you want to take it off the key fob? That'd be great. Because we're going to try and read your mind. Okay, we're going to try and read your mind. Are you ready to have your mind read?
Yeah.
I'm going to look away.
Yep.
And when I look away, what I want you to do is take this pen. This is a dry white marker, so you can rub this off afterwards. I want you to write there one of your favourite things. It can be anything, okay? It's up to you, but I want you to write a word, something that means something to you. Could you do that for me?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So I'm going to look away. If you could do that, that would be fantastic. Nice and clear, because you're going to show it to everybody that's watching, and they need to be able to read your writing, so try not to suck. And when you've done that, let me know. Are we done?
Not yet. Almost.
Almost. Have we got it? Are we good?
Just need to show it to the camera.
Are you going to show it to the camera?
Got it.
You put it in my hand? Is it facing it facing the camera, yeah?
Yeah.
So guys, I want everybody at home to look at this. This is the word that Ryland's thinking of. And I want you to see that I'm looking away the entire time. Ryland, I don't want to see that word, so I'm just going to come here and just rub it off. Is that off now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, this is what I want to do. Right, I need you to help me. Can you hold on to that thing like that for me? That's like that. I don't want you to concentrate. Just hold it nice and steady and concentrate. Can you concentrate?
Yeah.
I want you to think of the word. Can you think of the word?
Mm-hmm.
Think of the word. Think of it. Are you thinking of it?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to imagine it's still written there, even though I've rubbed it off. Imagine it's still written there. This is one of your favourite things, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's like really one of your favourite things. I see lots of colour. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
I see red and yellow and white and green and blue. Do I see orange as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I know it. Are you thinking of cubes?
Yeah.
How awesome is that? So that's the routine, right? That's the basic routine. I mean, the tutorial is 1 hour long. It's a really good tutorial that go through everything with a fine-tooth comb. But really, that's the main routine. It allows you to write something down on a key fob. It allows you to, and I love that moment where you wipe it off, you get them to hold it, and you immediately know what they're thinking of. It's not a wallet. You're not putting a business card back in a wallet. You're not getting to write on a business card. I love the everyday carry, the EDC nature of this. Now, when I first looked at it, I was like, that would make an amazing peak device. The only problem is you've got to carry around this dry white marker as well. You've got to carry a marker pen around with you. And then I kind of realised, and I've ordered one of these for you and one for me, I've ordered a little keychain dry white marker. So it's a dry white marker this big that you hang on your keychain. And I've ordered one for you and one for me because I know you want to put this on your keys as well.
Yeah.
So now...
Wait, is this my version?
No, this one's mine. Yours is up in the house.
I thought I had the blue.
maybe you have, maybe I've nicked yours. We should check. But the point is, you can get from Amazon dry white markers that you can literally put on your keychain, and they can just hang on your keychain. So now on my keychain, I'm going to have my Keymaster, I'm going to have my Pro Mystic Rubik's Cube dice, I'm going to have my Ignition, and now I'm going to have this. And this is going to allow me to do a really cool mentalism routine, literally anytime, anywhere, because I can just snap my little pen off, give it to them, give them the key fob, and I'm good to go. And when I put it back on, I'm immediately reset. And that is the reason I love this so much, because it is an EDC peak wallet. The amount of people that say to me, I don't like peak wallets because you've got to take a card out, then you've got to put it back in, and there's no reason to put it back in, and I much rather prefer to do a center tear. Well, with this, you don't have to do anything. You get them to write it on the key fob, and the justification is so that you can show everybody, and then you immediately wipe it off and give it to them. It's a really clever, smart idea.
Yeah.
Now, you can use this in a few different ways. It can be used as kind of like a close-up version of the master prediction system, because what you can do is if you've got a notepad with you, you can have this on your keys, and you can take it off and you can put it down on the table as like a prediction, and you've put something on there. You can then have people call out numbers or letters, and you can write them on your notepad, and as you do, you're doing some very sneaky double writing, so that then you can turn it around and show what you've put on the notepad, and when you pick this up, it's going to match what's on the notepad very, very easily. I've even been playing around with doing this as a multiple out, because you can actually go and do a multiple out routine. If you've got a two-way multiple out and you want a really strong two-way multiple out, you can actually use that as a really strong two-way multiple out. There's a lot of different ways you can use this, and that's why I like it so much. If you are into magic or mentalism and you're looking for something that you want to carry around with you that's an EDC, let's be honest, EDC, everyday carry, it's the thing that everyone's talking about at the moment. What's your everyday carry? What do you carry around with you? What's your everyday carry? Well, this makes a really organic everyday carry. If you don't carry a wallet, and I know a lot of people, Lloyd doesn't carry a wallet with him anymore because all of his money is on his card. He can pay by Apple Pay. So, if you don't carry a wallet around with you, but you're looking for a way to do a peek, then this might be the perfect option for you. It's great for me. You've got one. I've got one. I've actually got two, because I've got my performing keys and I've got my normal house keys. So it's going on both of them, and I'm going to do this. I know I'm going to do this. In fact, I've already done it at a gig. So yeah, I really like it. I'm going to give this 100%. What are you giving it?
100.
100% as well?
Yeah.
My trick of the week, not Ryland's trick of the week. It's going to have to work really hard to beat Alakazam for Ryland, but it's my trick of the week. You can get it from Magic Dream. It's through Murphy's, so it'll go through all good magic dealers, but it's a Magic Dream creation, and it's room 66. Now let's look at the final review. Okay, so for the final review today, we are looking at a creation of Phil Smith. So this is a Phil Smith trick. Phil Smith is obviously very well known in the magic community. Yeah. Now, you refer to this as the psychic game. This is another one that we picked up at the session.
Yes.
And this is, you refer to it in the presentation as the psychic game. But what Phil was telling me that he did in the, what Phil was telling me at the session that he did is the trick is not called a psychic game. And the reason it's not called a psychic game is because he didn't want people Googling psychic game, because the presentation is all about, hey, have you heard about the psychic game? He didn't want people Googling it and finding the sales page. So the name of the trick is something completely different, but the actual trick is called, the actual game that you talk about in the presentation is actually called the psychic game, even though that's not the name of the trick.
What is the name of the trick?
Huh?
What is the name of the trick?
It's going to be on the screen in front of you.
Oh.
In other words, I can't remember. The box is up at the up at the house, so I can't remember. But this is really interesting. I love the story behind this. Magicians that are storytellers, that like telling stories with their magic, they're really going to get something out of this. Like the chocolate one? Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah, because you kind of tell a story about when you were a child and you...
and she was having a celebration.
Yes, that you're talking about. You're talking about Michael J. Fitch's Life is a Box of Chocolates. This is a different type of story. This is kind of interesting because you talk about how when you were a kid, you used to send off for these games, and there were lots of games, and nobody could understand how this game works. And you've managed to pick up an old copy of one that you got from eBay, and you'd like to show it to them, and then you get them to play this psychic game. and the ending is just awesome. So without saying any more, you're going to do a performance of this because you really like this, don't you?
Yeah.
So Ryland's going to do a performance of it for everybody, and then we'll talk about what we think.
Okay, so here I have the psychic game, which you said everyone in your childhood had one.
Yeah, everybody had one. No one could ever figure out how it worked because it was like this game, and it always worked, and we didn't understand why. And it was like psychic. It was like magic.
Yeah.
And I ever had one, and then we found one on eBay a couple of years ago, didn't we?
Yeah. Now,
Do you understand it?
No, I don't understand it, which is why I want to try it.
Okay.
We got a game counter. Did you have one of them?
Yeah, I had a game counter. There were lots of games that used those.
Did you have dice?
Yes, I was a massive D&D nerd. So I had lots of dice like that. Just like that.
So it's up to 20.
Yeah.
Yep. So that, and then you needed these cards. Now, I don't know where the hell the rules are. At the bottom. Okay, so here are the rules.
Okay.
The rules. Now the rule says, roll the mystical dice and count to the number shown on the top triangle to another card you land on and follow the instructions to an experience of the mystical psychic game. Good luck.
Okay, right, fair enough.
Okay, so what I want you to do is I just want you to mix these.
Okay, give me, and I will. Done.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put these out. So I'm gonna put these out. Okay.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
So we've got 5 cards. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I want you to roll the dice.
Roll dice.
Yeah.
How do I know it's not fake dice?
You can roll it over and over again until you're happy.
Okay. 3, 15, 4, 10. Okay, I'm happy.
Okay, so this one's gonna count. I want you to roll it. Okay.
This is the one.
Yeah. So you got 3.
I think that's a 17, actually.
That's a 3.
No, it's 17.
That's a 3. Look, that's a 3.
Is
That's
it?
the top one. Look.
Okay, I suppose it is a 3. Can I roll it again? Because, okay.
Yeah.
No, okay. I don't trust you. 11.
That's
I prefer
11.
11.
Okay, so you want that, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So you're going to go put that there. So you're going to go 11.
Okay.
Right. So we're going to move them out of the way. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Okay, I get it.
8,
Right.
9, 10, 11.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That one.
This. Now that is a star. Now move 1 space to the left.
So star, 1 space to the left. So 1 space to the left to be that one.
Yes. You revealed the cross.
Cross.
Now move 4 spaces to the right.
So star.
1, 2, 3, 4. That one, the end one.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it is. Just checking.
It's 2.
Square. Now 2 paces to the left.
Okay, so you got star, cross, square.
Yeah.
1, 2. This one.
Wavy lines.
Okay,
1
so
space to the right.
okay, so you pretty much got the
Yeah, so I've got star, then
star, cross, square, wavy line. Now, so you've obviously got this last one. Now move 1 space to the right.
Okay.
Now, let's see what that says. It says you revealed the star, the cross, the square, the wavy lines in that order. Thank you for playing the psychic game.
But I shuffled and I rolled. So you know what? Apparently this is an older item. Apparently it's been out 2 or 3 years now. I'd never seen this before. You'd never seen it before. It was new to us when we saw it at the session. Immediately when we saw it, you bought one, I bought one, we both bought one because we were like, that's amazing. We want to get it on the review show. We want to do it. It's really good. It's the sort of thing you can carry around with you. It's intriguing. And right, you performed it. It's pretty much self-working, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very clever though, isn't it? Like how it works.
Yeah.
Like I showed it to Ryland. We saw Phil do it together and it fooled both of us, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then I learnt it and showed it you and I fooled you again. You had no idea how it was done. And then you learnt it and we both thought, oh, this is really clever. It's a very clever method. There's no memory work. There's no multiple out system. It is exactly what you saw. They roll any number on the dice, on a dice that has numbers from 1 to 20. When they roll the number, they go to a card. They then follow the instructions on the cards, and the outcome is always the same. It's a very clever method. It's a very engaging plot. It's a very interesting trick. It's not your typical card trick or coin trick. It's what I like to call, and David Penn first coined this phrase, it's pipe and slippers magic. So in other words, you've done your gig, you've finished the gig at the end of the night, you're hanging around in the bar, and then somebody comes up to you and you says, hey, can you do one more thing? And you go, well, let me show you something that I got from eBay. And you weave this whole story and you tell them about it. And yeah, I really like it. What do you think?
Yeah.
Are you okay, Ryland?
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
I think it's really good.
You like it? You like it a lot?
Yeah.
Would you do it? It'd work really well for you because, like, telling people that, oh, you like games and you like playing games and this is a game that your dad used to play and stuff, it kind of writes a presentation that you would do.
Yeah.
But would you do it? You look unsure.
Yeah.
Would you?
I would do it.
Would you?
I'm going to give this 97.
97% from Ryland. I really like this as well. I'm giving it 92%. I think it's really good. I think it would fit really well into most. Are you falling asleep?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
He's tired. He's had a busy. You got a headache?
Yeah.
You want to stop? Why didn't you tell me you got a headache? Okay, right, we'll stop because he's had a very hard day at the session. He was drinking beer, he was drinking whiskey, he was drinking vodka.
What?
I caught him at 1 o'clock in the morning throwing up in the toilets.
What?
You're knocking back beers all night.
No.
You and the French twins were just drinking all night long.
No.
Beers,
No.
whiskey,
No.
vodka,
No.
gin.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Cocktails.
No.
That's why he's got a headache. It's not a headache, it's a hangover.
No, it's not.
It's a hangover.
No, it's not.
Ryland's hungover.
No.
Hmm?
No, I'm not. The headache because he has been shouting.
Your sister's being shouted.
Yeah.
Is that why you got a headache?
Yeah, and I'm tired.
And you're tired. Well, let's wrap this up. 92% from Ryland. No, 92% from me. 97% or something from Ryland. Let's wrap this up before he falls asleep.
And that's another review show in the back. That's another review show in the back. That's another review show in the back.
It is another review show in the back. You've woken up, haven't you?
No.
No. Did that take all your energy?
Yeah, it took more of it out.
Took more of it out. Guys, that is another review show in the bag. Make sure that you follow us on social media. Follow Ryland on the on his. You're on over 7,000 followers now, Ryan, Instagram.
Yay.
So he's on over 7,000 followers. If you haven't followed him on Instagram, please do so. Follow me on Instagram. Subscribe to Ryland's YouTube channel. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. We love doing the Craig and Ryland review show. So thank you for every single person that tunes in every single week. We'll be back next week with some awesome magic. We'll see you again soon. I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
We'll see you again. Take care. Bye, everyone.